Okay, welcome to the Glass Factory.
Otherwise known as the Fiber Farm. What we have here is the backbone of the fiber department for the ESPN compound upstairs. During Western Conference Finals, we put in 3 72 pairs, 2 for this game, 1 for the studio, and they were used fully. Mark Morrell and Paul all used them out pretty well. When we came back for the finals, we put in a 4th 72. The 3 72s we put in early are actually full 72s. The 4th one are a bunch of TAC 12s. NBA World and NBA TV are mostly on the 4th 72. We are also ran in an extra 2 TAC 12s for 4K and for Deportes for the game. So there are a total right now of 3 full 72s and 9 TAC 12s, bringing us to somewhere around 328 fiber cables for the NBA finals here in San Antonio.
And Western Conference Final, was there NBA involved at all?
It was just NBA World, NBA TV, Deportes, and nobody was on their fiber. It was just studio and game.
Okay.
Also, on a side note, Miami Heat is using 2 sets of Stratos that they've asked to use. We're doing this as a favor to them. One for the courtside recorder and one for a locker room recorder that we've used for them.
Okay.
Lauren Sherman brought in for the finals an IP-based radio station. Basically, these are simplex radios being used to cover the inside of the bowl. So basically they are going through a LAN device which moves it via IP and then finally up to fiber upstairs to the radios in the compound so that he has full coverage.
Here we are in D-Tags with Ronnie, and Ronnie's going to tell us a little bit about transmission this year. So okay. What do we do different this year than last?
Okay, this year is pretty similar to last year. The only difference is we added a TX4, which is the Brazil feed. So TX1 is the game, TX2 is Deportes, TX3 is the satellite for the game, TX4 is Deportes Brazil, TX5 is the studio, which we also use for one of the camera feeds for the live link, and then TX6 is our switchable feed, which is the live link, the DVC Pro, Argentinian's been using it, and anything else we need to switch that to.
Front 6. And this year different than last year. Studio's not involved with the uplink at all, correct?
No, Studio's not on uplink at all this year.
We just have our own 2 paths going out.
That's true.
Okay, then coming back in, our remotes.
We have 4 remotes. The first 2, one is game, which is normally on the ABC non-delay, and they also use it for their live feeds. 2 is their switchable feed for their inbounds. 3 is the studio's confidence feed, and then 4 is their switchable, which they also use for the live link.
Okay, same setup encoder-wise, and
yes, same
we've
setup.
got 2 DVC Pros here and one in.
Technically, this is an extra one, so
okay.
There's technically one here and then one in the interview or the.
So conceivably, you could feed down 2, 5, and 6. Because you have 2 machines.
Pros, right.
Okay. I don't know if we've done that, but
yes, we do that several times for post-game.
Okay. So yeah, we get it all going and everything. So that's great. Okay, and then live link in the morning. We're going on TX5 and 6, single shot on TX5, and the 2-shot. No, is it? What do we do?
Well, right now I've got dual shot on TX5 and single shot on TX6.
Okay, so that's encoder 29 and 30, and we're sending the audio down TX6, which is the dual, which is 30, and then we send the second path down 5, but that's not brought up in Bristol unless there's an emergency.
Right.
Okay, and what's going on now?
They're getting ready to feed that camera.
Too close to air. Okay, here's Bob.
Hello.
Bob's going to tell us a little bit about how we set up the live link this year.
Same, obviously, 2 live links. This first one is the interview room with 2 video paths. And this is the one for the court, which is a single video path.
But in Miami, they're both dual.
Right, Miami, they're both dual, but I'm just talking about here. So when we do 2 shots, obviously we use the interview.
And that's the VER
Right.
unit, and the single one is the ESPN unit.
Correct.
So,
And then, of course, we have Telos, one for the PL, for doing all the live link stuff. And this Telos is for the IFB, for all the live link stuff.
and so what we have to do is make sure we order 2 Telos, both working. This setup is, we took one out of the truck because one we got from CP was not latching, and we took one from Super Shooter 22 to make it work. So we need 2 of them and 2 phone lines to make that all happy. And then we're sending, we decided to send the monitors, the feeds to the monitors out of here, right?
Yes, the Rim 4s are going straight into the live link. Another change that we made this year is on TX5 and TX6 are going down a MUX, so the synchronization is correct.
That's right. We had one small issue on Sunday out of Miami where the lip sync was off, so everybody got concerned, but once we got to San Antonio, it wasn't bad, and we made it better by muxing 5 and 6 together.
Which I'm gonna have David switch today.
Yeah. Okay. And then, yeah, so other than that, the live links
Yeah, so the monitor feeds over there.
are both, we're sending them from D-tags up here, our feeds down REM 4 to the monitors on the floor.
Right, and the IFB, PL, and monitor feeds all go through the live link.
Everything's here. Okay. Thanks, guys. The backbone of our broadcast today, this room here. Okay, here's comms is in there, which is great, and then Pete and the gang, Pishu are in here, and then this is our nifty little setup we have to feed. So viewing and feed E&G pieces. Put them in the bathroom, seems to work really nice, they love it, and nice and quiet in here for them. So that all works. This is something that's a little different from last year, and I'm not exactly sure where it came from, but since so many people are shooting on P2, we got a card reader in here that's sending things out. Look at that nice tray.
What? Sorry.
What's this, Devin?
This is the mixer for Deportes on this side and Brazil on this side, sending the feeds out to the world.
And who's lighting them? Because it looks so good, that lighting.
I give Rich Marino all the credit for that because we got a new guy and actually don't know his name. So we'll just say Rich is doing it. Right, Rich?
No, stay high.
Say hi to Schwartz.
Hey, Schwartz.
Okay.
Rich is in that little box right there.
We are in FATS, where it is being co-shared with our international mixer, Devin. And looking for Jeff Cave so he can explain to me what goes on in FATS here. But you can tell there's a lot of cable. And he's going to tell us what are these feeds.
This is where we distribute cameras and other sources from the main truck, game truck, to the NDAE, NDA TV trucks. Because we don't have enough room, either tie trunk wise or DA wise in the A unit. So we're trying to break it out here and distribute it to everybody.
Hello, transmitter, Roger.
It's 80 DAs, 80 HD video DAs. So a lot of spaghetti here, a lot of patching.
So does it all go through the game truck, or do you
All the sources here are coming from game truck and some from the studio truck. And they hit the DAs, and then we're going through CWDM fiber multiplexers to get it downstairs to the NBAE truck and the NBA TV truck. So makes it easy to get the HD down there on 2 strands of glass. We could do 16 pads on a strand.
On the other side of the Fats trailer, we have Dreamcatcher. So, what's going on with Dreamcatcher? Completely caught this young man off guard. I know it's a Bexel.
Okay, how are we looking?
We're all, oh. Yes.
Roger, tell them what we're doing over here.
What are we doing over here in Dreamcatcher world?
We take this lovely image and we zoom in on it because, you know, just one 4K signal isn't enough, so we got to have 2 cameras. And what we do is we route between the 2 cameras. See, the picture changes, and our lovely operator here, Roland, can
touch
pick
the screen
and zoom in
on any place on the screen.
So if you really want to see if it was a foul or not, you can see it here first.
Just select any point on the screen you want, zoom it back out,
Watch
and
the
continue
monitor.
playing.
How fast have you been turning stuff around?
He does it in
Right
less
here.
than a minute.
Is that a 3-point shot? I
Yes,
think it might have been a
was.
3-point shot.
Look, see, 3-point
Zoom
shot.
out.
Swish.
Oh,
nothing
we
but
missed it though.
too bad.
Kicks.
Camera 12.
Jim Vanderford.
Camera 12. I got an 86.
Okay.
Camera 2, a 100.
Camera 2 of 100. Who's that guy at the end?
Camera 1, 27.
How's he feeling today?
Awesome. Thank you.
And how about this guy, Mr. Peterson? I never could spell his name. What camera you got, Kevin?
Camera 22, 86.
That's our front 4 right there. Those 4 good guys.